If an ideology is a set of ideas that allows a nation or a people to describe reality in terms that are comfortable for them, but more importantly, that describes the world as it should be, it makes no historical sense to have a national holiday to Columbus in a country that he never visited, in a state that he never knew existed. And so we have to ask the very simple question, why does the holiday even exist? And it exists in part to advance a national ideology of celebrating invasion, conquest, and colonialism. Make no bones about the fact that they're celebrating the colonization of the Americans. And in fact have told us on several occasions, look, we're going to have this celebration, we're going to have these parades to Columbus, and let's get one thing straight, they say to us. This is not your country anymore. This is our country now. And you'd better get with the program. So for us, the celebration of Columbus, who was an African slave trader prior to coming to the Americas, then began the colonization of the Americas.
Explain.
Well, Columbus sailed for the Portuguese on the Gold Coast of Africa, brought back gold and slaves to the Portuguese slave market in Portugal. That's why when he arrived in the Caribbean, it became so easy for him to resort to his old practices and began to enslave Indian people to bring to the slave market in Seville. And so we believe that Columbus as a national icon is a mistake and sends certainly the wrong message to school children about what is heroic about the history of this hemisphere. Certainly the heroism of Columbus does not warrant a national holiday. In fact, he wasn't a hero. He was a slave-trading Indian killer.
Well, it actually started down in Pueblo, if I'm correct, and when it got started, it's really changed from the beginning to what it is now. Now you have Italians who have latched on to this holiday, saying that this is a celebration of their Italian pride and the celebration of Christian ethics. And the more I looked at it, the more I learned that that's not really the truth. This is just propaganda used as a tool to support the white privilege that they get from the oppression of Native Americans and the colonization of America. Back in Italy, where my family came from, Columbus isn't celebrated as a national hero. So in Italy, he's viewed as the scoundrel that he is. And then being raised as a Catholic and looking at Christian ethics, there's nothing that Columbus did when he came here that supported any kind of Christian moral background. I mean, he stole, he murdered, he was greed, raped people. I mean, it was ridiculous. So to see them now say that this is a celebration of Italian pride or a Christian ethics, it's a false assertion, and it's really used to support, like I said, colonialism, the exploitation of this country from its indigenous population, and to continue the view of white privilege that exists here in the United States.